If you think the ATM machine is the most important part of the ATM business, that belief alone is going to cost you money. Most ATM operators obsess over brands, screens, features, and cabinets. They compare models like they're buying sports cars. And that mindset is exactly why most people never scale past 1 or 2 mediocre locations. The truth is, the ATM machine itself is the least important part of the entire operation. If that sounds backward, good, it's supposed to. Because today I'm going to show you how to rewire how you think about the ATM business. Before we go any further, hit that subscribe button right now and turn that notification bell on so you can get more exciting content just like this. Because I don't teach ATM hype, I teach ATM infrastructure. And if you want real cash flow, not Instagram screenshots, you need to understand how this actually works. Now let's break this down. Here's the reality. After 25 years in the industry, ATMs are a commodity. Machines are a box that dispenses cash. Whatever they are, Gen Mega, Hyosung, or even Triton, customers stand in front of it, all they do is one thing. They get their money. The machine doesn't create demand. It does not create foot traffic. It doesn't negotiate the deal with the merchant. It doesn't manage vault cash. It doesn't control your processing margin. It executes a transaction if everything else is built correctly. That's it. When someone else tells me the machine didn't make money, what they're really saying is I didn't build a system around it. Machines don't fail, systems fail. If you put in a great machine in a bad location with weak foot traffic and poor deal structure, it will underperform every single time. If you put an average machine in a strong location with the right economics, it will consistently print money. The hardware didn't change, the strategy did. Here's where people lose money. They start asking, how much does the machine cost? That's the wrong first question. The right first question is, how does it fit into a cash flow system? Because if you're overpaying for a weak location, you're underfunded your cash, or you're ignoring your route efficiency, accepting bad processing splits, and missed compliance regulations, the machine becomes an expensive metal box that's just sitting idle. Cheap machines will cost the most when they are placed in the wrong context. In a real ATM operation, values flow in specific order. Strategy first, location economics and deal structure. Processing second, margin control and network leverage. Operation thirds, cash velocity, uptime, compliance, and audits. Machines last. They are the tools that execute the plan. Notice where hardware sits at the bottom of the list. It matters, but only after everything else is engineered. Biggest mistake as I see is people buying hardware too early. They fall in love with all the bells and whistles, features, top models, instead of asking where demand comes from. How stable is the merchant? Who controls the processing relationship? How the model scales to 5 or even 10 locations. When you get that order wrong, you cap your income potential before it even starts. If you want to build a real ATM business, stop thinking like a buyer and start thinking like an operator. Machines are tools, processing is leverage, systems create income. That's why we start with education before anything else, even hardware. If you already own your own ATM machine and you feel stuck, the solution isn't repackaging the box, it's fixing the system around your ATM business. This business isn't flashy, it's infrastructure, and infrastructure works when it's built correctly. I'll see you on the next ATM Mastermind video.